Slavic Village development. We're good. And so she has properties including the Carnegie Library is built in 1904. Another property is an old abandoned Methodist church, and the third is an actual storefront. And I want to produce a show in each of those spaces to kind of play on the way people think of these vacant properties. So you don't just think of it as a library, but you think of it as a vibrant attraction for that community.
Now, many of these drugs find their way onto the shortage list because the large manufacturers abandon their production simply because the patents expire. Not because the drugs are no longer needed, but because the profit margin decreases. Well, I think there is a niche buster opportunity here for Bima Pharmaceuticals.
1 minute.
Okay. And in focusing on these drugs that find their way onto the list, we can exploit this opportunity, not saddled with research and development costs.
Them to this methodology, which is very transferable, and then to continue to lift up our city. What we hope to do in the very near future is also to support more venture development from our young people. Many of them want to do service, they want to start their own businesses, and we see this particular tool as a way to get them involved in the community.
Decision-making table.
There is one organization that advocates on their behalf, presenting to some and introducing to others the Cleveland Young Professional Senate. It's a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. We've met with decision makers such as RTA, the Downtown Cleveland Alliance, the City of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, and many others.
Type of issue we've been able to resolve through the generous support of the Cleveland Colectivo. They've provided us with funds so that we may be able to cover your expenses until your home is painted, at which time the reimbursement you are entitled to will replenish our funds so that we can make available to other homeowners. It's a revolving loan fund.
I heard the Colectivo only focused on Cleveland. Fuck yes.
Like the Cleveland Foundation, who decided to provide us with a grant for staff time, the Colectivo has felt that they should not wait until the inner ring suburbs housing stock deteriorate much further.
Avengers. So with that said, with an Oscar-winning Halle Berry and Drew Carey and wang, 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 the original Penguin from the Batman, Burgess Meadow from Cleveland, a group of my friends from Urban Professionals decided to create the Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival, which takes place April 19th through the 22nd at the historic Shaker Square Cinema. We have landed S. Apatha Murkison, the famed Lieutenant Van Buren from Law and Order, to bless and open our film festival. And we have secured Shaker Heights grad Kim Whitley to be the honorary co-chair. While we're doing it, it's time. It's time for some filmmakers. We are transforming Shaker Square. We have the blessing of the Coral Development. They're giving us 3 storefronts to transform, which is why we need your help. We need your help to say it's time. The Greater Cleveland Film Commission has supported us. It's time to bring Cleveland to the forefront. If Atlanta can do it, so can we. Woo! That said, come support us April 19th through the 22nd at the famed Shaker Square.
Our region, sort of the meta issues from the perspective of young professionals living in the region. We've been at it, like I mentioned, I think for about 3 years, and we've had over 100 people contribute photography, original photography, or writing. We've become sort of an institution, and we've gotten a lot of recognition on the regional and national level. We just established a partnership with Next American Cities, which is a national magazine they're sort of converting to online right now, and we've been praised by folks like the Chicago Reader, Governing Magazine, Atlantic Cities. We provide sort of an authentic voice for people in this region, and a lot of people feel like we're a little unfairly stereotyped by the national media.
To take back to the in and out of the prison. So thank you for listening.
And part thereof
to cover the costs of our celebration, which could include costs of the venue, refreshments, and actually my favorite, which is to have dancers or other performers open the presentation. And part of the funding is to ensure that the honorees, their guests, and other high school students can attend the ceremony free of charge. I have 10 seconds left, I think. There is arguably no greater challenge to our society than promoting understanding between people of diverse backgrounds. Young people in Cleveland are making a difference. Help us celebrate them. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Give it up. Give it up for all the presenters tonight. All y'all, right?
Now it's the home to well over 100 companies that are operating out here in some way, shape, or form. And that's a blend of entrepreneurs and techies and nerds and hackers and inventors, website developers, animators, artists, musicians. It's just beautiful, beautiful ecosystem, all about collaboration, cross-pollination, all that sort of stuff. So afterwards, when we're done with all the voting, I'm glad I'm not voting on this one at all. If you guys want to take a walk around the building, it's awesome, it's huge, and just love to see if they can help you guys out in any way.